Hello, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair, and this is a video, you can call it functionality proof, for a mainboard for Vizio M60-C3. We have a lot of videos on this particular testing unit, and like most testing units, not all of them, but many, or maybe not most, but many of them that are here, this one has a problem with the screen, which makes it good enough for testing, but not good enough for watching and using. This is the board that the customer said had an issue, and it's currently skipping, probably because I left it down and it's losing connection or something. Yeah, there is. So first, this is not M60-C3, this is P702UI B3, and well, they're extremely similar. The difference between them is the arrangement of the dynamic LEDs. So what is happening is different portions of the screen are being lit up depending on the picture that is on the screen, and unfortunately they're different for the two models. So while I can hook up this board, which is from M60-C3, on this TV, which is P702UI B3, it has board that is practically the same connectors. The difference is in the output for the LED driver, which lights up different portions of the screen. So number one, the screen does not get proper lighting up unless it's symmetrical. Number two, as I said, the display is broken on this one. So what is happening is we got the whole half, and this is the best that we could do, and it actually took effort to make it to show that. Normally it would show nothing on the screen whenever the newer generation of screens, and this is not very new, but it started about then. The newer generations of screen, especially with the Samsung, you can see that a lot. When they're bad, you can't see absolutely anything, and you can actually find some way around it and get it to a point where it does show some screen. I may make a separate video about that. I spent a lot of time yesterday with a particular Samsung QLED to get it to show some picture, at least to prove that the screen was broken. But long story short, in the lower portion of the screen, the video appears normal for the circumstances. It's not jumping, it is darker. Colors are very slightly low, but that is exactly how it is supposed to be. Every single P703UI board that we do will be doing the same. You can see there is no jumping, there is no shadow. Again, the lights are off because it's putting them on the other half of the screen, but that's about it. I do not see anything that this board needs. You can speculate whether this board can be causing, let's say there's something bad with that half of the screen, but the video that the customer sent, I believe the whole screen was glitched and messed up. And second, I also believe that there are no two separate halves that go out of those cables. I think there's just one signal that goes out of there, and I may be wrong about it. I think those two processors are working together, and I may be wrong about that, in all fairness. And because of the LEDs, no, I don't think so. I think that it's one bitmap frame that goes up to here and gets split between those two processors. But at the very worst, if I'm wrong, and if this outputs two separate signals for the left and right half of the screen, if the problem was here, then one could happen that, you know, there is a problem with that board with the half of the screen that we don't see well. I have never seen anything like that. It's not impossible, but I just have never seen it. But even that was the case with the customer submitted video, the whole screen was messing up, which to me tells me is more likely to be, I don't know if you can see, but this is one of the ways to make a hack, and there are many videos. There is a little piece of paper that goes behind, and it blocks some of the wires that go out from the T-cone to the LCD screen. There is some here. I know there is some here. I forgot whether there was here. Finding the proper pins to be cut out in order not to mess up everything on the screen and just get picture, even if it's partial, like here, that allows us to test. The problem with those boards is usually they don't come up at all, or say the HDMIs don't work, but usually don't come up at all. And when they do, like here, I have never so far seen a case where it would mess just half the screen. Again, I'm not saying that it's impossible. It's not how I know most TVs do. I guess some of them may be splitting the signal before it gets to the T-cone. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I guess it's theoretically possible. And if that was the case, it would have been doing the same half splitting, half good working screen on the customer side, and that's not what it was doing. So I will post it the way it is. Get back with me and the customer and tell me what do you think. I think that this board is good. One thing that, let me see if I can show you one thing. Probably this is only happening to people like us that do a lot of those insertions and removals. And like with many other videos that I have shown, maybe it wasn't this one, maybe it was that one. But these cables can go bad pretty quickly, and the individual wires start detaching and pulling backwards. You know, this one looks good. Let me see if it was the other one. Probably it was the other one. So that's one of the first cables that we, come on, show me. There you go.